In this next section of videos, I want to give you a little bit more of an education on how you can modify all of the simple recipes that we've just done. And we're going to do that by swapping out some ingredients. We're going to do that by adding in some other ingredients. And I'm going to show you exactly which of the ingredients in the recipes you're going to need to keep, because in the wraps you need flax in there to keep it pliable, and which you can swap out and you can add and change flavors. Now in each of these next videos, I'm going to give you below the video, I'm going to give you extra recipes that you can download for modifications and variations and extra ideas. But what I'd really love, what I'm really hoping for this section, is that you can kind of do your own thing as well, and you can post in the comments below and tell us what combinations are working and share it with other people, okay? So in this first video, we're going to be looking at the simple flax cracker. And before we go into that, I just want to give you my secret weapon, which is the vegetarian flavor Bible. So there is a flavor Bible, but the vegetarian flavor Bible is probably going to be more relevant to you in this course for sure. So we're going to be working from this a little bit. This is actually one of the ways that I get ideas for most of my recipes once I've got those foundational pieces, which are the simple recipes. In the case of breads, crackers and wraps, the simple recipes that I've already shown you. So that's why I've structured this course like this. And that's why I think it's going to really help you to go through these videos in that order. So let's get into the basic flax cracker. This is probably one of the most versatile recipes that you can modify. All you really need in there, we need the flax, right? We need the ground flax and the whole flax, as I mentioned in that recipe. We need some kind of salt and we need some kind of acid. As you can see in this recipe that I gave you, it's kind of Italian themed. So you can start to swap out the Italian themed herbs and spices for, maybe you can do like a Mexican version. Instead of basil, you can use cilantro or coriander, both fresh and dried. You can maybe put a little bit of spice in there, maybe some smoked spices. I'm a real fan, I think you probably know by now, of smoked paprika. You could even put a little bit of nutritional yeast in there if you want to. If you look at the veg we've got in here as well, we've got tomatoes and we've got onions. I would keep the onions in there because, as I said in the simple recipe, onions dehydrate really, really well. But you could take the tomatoes out. You could put in some fresh tomatoes. Well, actually, you've got fresh and sun-dried tomatoes in the recipe, so maybe take both of those out, maybe swap them out for some carrot, maybe some parsnip, any other seasonal veg, and then work from those when you're using your flavor Bible. So if you put in carrots, look up carrots in your flavor Bible, and it's going to give you a massive list of ingredients that you can then substitute or you can pair up with carrots, and that will take you off on a journey of its own. Okay, so give that a go. Below this video, I've given you some extra recipe ideas to get you started, and so you can see my thought process when I'm starting to build my own recipes, my own cracker recipes. So go and do that now, and then we'll move on to the next one.